Welcome to the new week. Happy Valentine's Day. Today is the day where I think most, if not all, of Texas is, what is it, disaster zone, emergency zone because of snow and single digit temperatures. Here, everything is iced over from yesterday. I think one of those interesting weather systems is coming through again. So, um, I'm not quite sure I've done anything particularly interesting in the past week here. So everything out in the garden is all iced over. I haven't done anything with the outside. Um, these plants all look the same. I don't know if I told you last time, but I put cakey paste on some of these monstera to help them sprout a little bit better. And I So the vendor that I got the variegated Cebuenensis from, when they broke the growth tip off during shipping, what sprouted is reverted. So based on plants like this glabrata that's bent over that suddenly start making new growths, I tried to kind of bend over the Cebuenensis and I put a little bit of cakey paste down by the variegated nodes. I don't know if you can see them. And also I bet over the Kaziana by Viking because I know that it had a bunch of basils coming off of it before in San Diego. Had to cut it off and restart because it wouldn't focus. Maybe I got some pitcher slime all over it or something. So this fancy, I guess, jungle cactus has started growing again. I don't know if I need to cut off the tips and replant them or something to make a fuller plant, or if more of it comes out of the back end. Utricularia alpina is actually doing something. I'm surprised. I thought I was killing it. Some of these scorps still have Jimmy. Maybe I'll harvest them and send them around. I'm glad that they're catching fungus gnats because I definitely have enough of those. This ping is putting up another bloom, and I was looking at it this morning. Maybe I should turn off this light so you can see better. But I think this Gigantea is splitting, which is exciting. There might be three growth points in there now. I'm not sure. I guess I'll check it out in a few months once they finally grow in. So I might split that up and put some up in the nest. Maybe I should split this thing up too. I don't know. Whenever I get nervous around pings, whenever I try to touch them, I swear I always kill them. So this succulent pot, I just turned it around because it's doing so good. These aloes are from a friend's front yard in San Diego. They had just moved actually about a week ago, so I'm glad I got some pieces of their front yard plants before that happened. Maybe I can send them back some. This one is, it's either Loei by Tentaculata or Tentaculata by Loei, one of those natural hybrids. So this is a new leaf, so I'm glad it's growing again. This one in the dark here, being overshadowed by Clipiata, is Enigma. Because I had it in bright light and it was upset, and I had it kind of more in the dark and it was upset. So now it can kind of choose where it wants to grow in. Figure that's better. This thing finally looks like it wants to make a leaf. Monstera Squilito. What else? I haven't really touched these guys. Just had this picture open. Eustacia by Tenuis, I think. This one just opened too. Splendiana by Mixta. And also a Boschiana by Campanulata. Yes, almost in the outlet. What else? I don't know if last week I had already potted up the Monstera subpinnata, so there's a couple plants there. And actually, I think I might split this one off too. The one on the left-hand, where's my finger? The one on the left-hand side here, cut it off right there and then split that up into its own pot too, because it's got 2 growth points, to auction those off too. And I don't know what these begonias are potted in, but I think I want to repot those begonias. I'm kind of afraid whenever I touch begonias, sort of like whenever I touch pings, they kind of die back. And I moved the one of the variegated monsteras. It's different than the one that I've been growing for the past decade, so I moved that one back up in here because it gets a little bit warmer here. It was kind of stalled and hasn't done anything in the past month or two since I got it down with the orchids, so I moved it up here. What else? Jacquelinii looked kind of horrible for a while. Maybe that growth point is a little bit better. Mikei still looking kind of crappy. I really don't know how to fix that. And that might be it that's going on. My Hamada looked like it wanted to die for a while, but now it looks like maybe it's doing better. I might have just had it sitting in water for too long, so I've been letting it dry out between waterings now, and it's doing better. What else? The Regia is growing in. All these guys are doing pretty good. Pygmy Dews are still growing in. I might have actually had one of the Nidodulas push out a root, so I put it in its pot. I guess we'll see in a couple of weeks if there's a little plant in there or not. Oh, and the growth point on that, I don't know if it's a Alocasia amazonica or a poly or what, but that's finally come up. So I might have a couple of growth points coming out of this pot. This last leaf was really nice. And my only set of Nepenthes seedlings that actually look like they're doing anything interesting, those are doing well. I put some of those, what's it called, mosquito dunks in here, because I had way too many fungus gnats. Way too many for all the little baby plants. So these indeed did have Gemme. I popped some of them off into the pot, and this Rosianna too. So here's to hopefully not killing everything. This pot had a baby Pygmy Dew. I might have accidentally killed it, but that's okay because I have way too many anyway. That might be it. See that Inermis? It's just completely taking over. It's growing into that tree too, which is nice. I really wish I could take cuttings and root them, but Inermis and Mikei are the only two Nepenthes that have never ever even tried to push out roots for me and just completely rot when I try to root them. Which is a shame because my plant is so big that I could spread the love, but oh well. And I'm not sure if I, so here's the Nepenthes that I'm rooting for the nest. I'm not sure if I've given you an update on the chocolate peanut butter cup full of Cephalotus and Drosera prolifera, and there might be Andromeda and maybe Adelaide in here too. It's still doing well. I think they have probably all rooted and are growing because at this point it's been like, I don't know, 2, 3, maybe even 4 months. So I think they would have died back already if they weren't. So that's going well. And also, next month, because I got an early copy, maybe it's coming out in like 2 weeks, Carnivorous Plant Newsletter. My beautiful Simon. He's getting published as a cultivar. Yay! Okay. That's it for this week, I think. See you back next week.